So let's get right into this red velvet white chocolate ganache drip cake. I have some cream cheese frosting over here because you can't have red velvet cake without cream cheese frosting. And if you do, I don't know what to tell you, bruh. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I'm just putting a little bit right here on my cake board, like you can see. And all it's gonna do is secure my cake in place. So I'm gonna grab this cake right here, make sure it's centered. And I'm gonna cut the dome off my cake. And y'all see how easy it cuts, guys. Oh, this cake is moist. So I have some simple syrup right here in a bottle. And this is just gonna keep my cake even moister. Okay. So drizzle that on, which is fine. Then I have some frosting. I'm gonna plop some right there. And I'm just gonna spread it out. Now this cake, let me tell you, this red velvet cake, I love how moist it is. It tastes so delicious. It really does. The only thing is I wish it could be a little more sturdier. So I have to figure out how to do it like in a sponge. Because when I stack red velvet cakes, I'm not gonna lie, it scares the crap out of me. You gotta have some nuts. So we're gonna put some pecans in it. And these are just some sliced, lightly toasted pecans. And I'm putting a generous amount all over the cake, okay? To be honest. Just because I wanna get some pecans in every bite. I'm gonna move this again to the side. I have another cake board right here. And I'm gonna cut the dome off of this one as well. Now watch again, like how I said, the motion of my hand. I'm not sawing at the thing, guys, with the knife, okay? You're just letting it run through, run right across, okay? That's literally all you're doing is letting it run across. So I'm gonna put this nice layer right on top. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna cut this one. And I'm gonna soak this with simple syrup. And while that's soaking in, I'm gonna cut this last round. I'm just letting it move. The knife is just gliding across, okay? And I'm gonna soak this one in simple syrup. So, all 3 layers are soaked, so I'm gonna put this bottle away to the side. My knife is gonna go to the side because I'm done with my knife. And I'm gonna come back to this layer right here. Put some cream, a nice dollop of daisy. But I'm gonna put a nice dollop. And you see how when I'm trying to frost it, my cake is sliding around. I get this top layer on with the pecans. Okay, I'm gonna just build this up a bit right here. I'm gonna put some pecans on it. Okay, and this layer right here, so the flat side, which is on the bottom, is what was on the bottom of the pan. This top side is what we simple syrup. Okay, so I want to lay this flat side right on top, and you see how it's still wiggling. It's very loose. It's not set yet, but I'm going to show you how to get that set before we crumb coat it. If we were to crumb coat the cake just the way it is right now, but this might be a crumb coat, but it's not. So I'm not adding any extra frosting to cover any of the cake. All I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up the edges on what was out, and I'm gonna put this whole thing in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So this should make sure that my cake layer itself stiffens up, and that the cream cheese frosting, that butter and that Philadelphia cream cheese in it, all that fat is gonna solidify too. Okay, so when I come out and when I take it out and show you when we go to crumb coat it, it's not gonna have this wiggle. So you see how that's too easy. Your cake's gonna go over, guys. Do not ice or crumb coat your cake like this, okay? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes and then I'll be right back. So I got my cake out the fridge. Let's wiggle. That's what we want. I'm going to crumb coat this now. So now I feel more comfortable crumb coating it, and I know it's not going anywhere. And I feel so much more comfortable crumb coating this cake. You know, making sure I get all the way down. Pull what's up to the sides. Well, what's up top down to the sides. Get my bench scraper here. All my bench scraper is gonna do right now is tighten it up. Yep, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hold it in the other hand, and I'm gonna just bring my top corners in. And you're just gonna make sure you clean it off. Guys, this is an old turntable I had since I was a kid. So that's why you see when I'm turning it, it keeps sticking sometimes. I need to upgrade. But the way my pockets are set up. But now, for real, I'm gonna get me a new one. But I'm just letting you know, that's why it keeps sticking and it's not turning as easy. But I will be investing in a new one soon. But now I got my crumb coat on. Okay, guys, so we got a nice thin layer all around my cake. I'm gonna sit this back in the fridge for another 20 minutes. I want it to be very, very stiff, very, very hard, not going anywhere, right? Then we're going to frost it and decorate, okay? So I will see you in 20 minutes. Hey guys, so we're back, okay? So let me get my stuff. This is our red velvet cake. It just got taken out the fridge, okay, from our crumb coat. So now we're gonna put our final layer of icing on it. Blap that right on top. Let it run down the sides. And for those of you who know me and watch my channel, y'all know I like thick, 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 thick icing on the sides. If you are new to my channel, please, if you find this video interesting, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Because I do post every Sunday at noon. But right now I'm just putting a thick layer on, which is how I like it, because I'm going to scrape majority of it off anyway when I go around with my bench scraper, okay? So now that I have a thick layer on, I'm just gonna grab my bench scraper right here, line it up. Line it up. Spatula again, and I'm gonna bring this cream cheese in. Now, the top isn't perfectly smooth, which is totally fine with me. Because what we're gonna do, now that we got it iced, is I'm gonna put this back in the fridge for about 20 minutes. And then we're gonna do our white chocolate drip. But I have a paper towel right here, and I wanna clean up my cake a little bit. Because before I actually put it in the fridge, I'm gonna put the pecans around the outside of it. All right, and I'm gonna start pushing some pecans up the side of the cake. And we're doing this while our frosting is still wet, just because if we were to put this in the fridge and let it cool and then decide to try to attach the nuts to it, it would have nothing to stick to. But yeah, it would have nothing to stick to. So, I'm gonna add some to some spots I feel like that I missed. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge, like I said, for 20 minutes. And I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so my cake is here. My chocolate ganache is covered. I dyed it a little light pink color just because I felt like it. So I'm gonna do a couple swirls. That's what I'm doing right there. And I have some strawberries back here. And I'm going to 2, 4 to 6. Beautiful. Berry is going to be in every swirl. And guys, that's my red velvet cake. So, this is how I do my red velvet drip cake, guys. If you want to know more on how I color my ganache and melt it for my cakes, just leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to do a whole video on how to temper your chocolate, cover your cakes with chocolate ganache, and how to color your chocolate, okay? So like I said, make sure you like this video and make sure you leave a comment down below if you want me to do a whole video on that, because I would love to be able to show you guys that. It's actually very fascinating and I love working with chocolate. And I can teach you so much stuff that I know that has to do with chocolate, as well as I'm pretty sure y'all can leave me some comments down below and give me some tips and tricks, okay, on how to deal with chocolate as well. So I'm Lydia and I appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and please hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I upload every Sunday at noon. Thank you guys. Have a great one.